Welcome to Total Reddit with another news story of r/creepy ask Reddit. Today's story title is, a man once said if you want a good story just ask any random person, if there was ever an event in their life they cannot explain. Someone almost always has one weird thing that has happened to them. So Reddit, regardless of whatever you believe about the world, what's your story? Part 1. So this video is going to be very interesting and creepy for you, so keep watching the video till the end. Before jumping to the main part of the video, please hit the subscribe button to know when the next video goes live. When I was 21, a bunch of my friends and I did magic mushrooms together. While we were tripping balls, I had a very vivid hallucination. I was on a rocking chair sitting opposite three of my friends. As I rocked back, I saw them as if they were in their late 50s, gray hair and wrinkly, and as I rocked forward, I'd see them normal and young in that moment again. I realized after a few times back and forth, that I wasn't seeing the third guy when I rocked back, meaning to say I didn't see the old version of him. I went on for about half an hour, from various positions in the chair, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it, and it weirded me out. Being weirded out on a mushroom trip isn't exactly a great feeling, so I obviously got a bit hysterical and passed out. I vaguely told the guys about it the next day, and quite obviously, we all laughed it off. 8 months later, the friend I didn't see in that back and forth vision died in a motorcycle accident. This still makes me super uncomfortable, 8 years later. There was one time me and my parents were house sitting, for the neighbors feeding their dog and stuff. One time while we were there, I was chilling in the living room, and saw someone go up the stairs. I assumed it was my dad, because he had a pair of black dress shoes on that was similar to the ones my dad wore to work. A minute later I go into the kitchen, and my dad is in the room with my mom taking, and moreover he is wearing sandals. I have no idea who it was I saw, because there was 100% no one else supposed to be in the house at that time. Nothing was stolen when the neighbors got back, so I doubt it was someone who broke in. Was sitting in my room reading a book, facing my open door. Saw my brother walk past into his bedroom next to mine. Heard him close the door. 30 seconds later, my dad comes up to my room, ashen-faced. "Where's your brother?" he asks me. "In his room," I answer without hesitation. "No, he's not." My dad continues to look absolutely horrified. "Your brother's not home." We check his room. It's empty. We both saw the same whatever it was walk into my brother's room. Still gives me goosebumps. When I was about 14 or 15, I was in my first class of the morning. I got a call from a private number and I answered it. It was my mom saying in a stern voice, I said, "No, open chips." I mean no. I was really confused by this because I hadn't done anything wrong. I was trying to explain to her that I was in class, but she just kept speaking over the top of me. I gave my phone to my friend to show her, and she was confused too. It sounded exactly like my mom's voice and she said my name. I texted my parents asking what I did wrong, and they said they had no idea what I was talking about. Later that day I got off the school bus and started walking through my neighbor's field to get to my house, when I got the exact same call as if it was a voice recording. My parents still say they have no idea what it was about. I asked my friend if she remembered the phone call to make sure I wasn't just imagining things, and she does. I regularly have dreams of my cat calling my name. Every time I wake up from one of these dreams, she is looking at me. Before anything creepy or profound could happen, the little shits start yowling for wet food. I lost a stupid arcade prize coin purse in elementary school. It was black and yellow with obnoxious smiley faces all over it. Brought it to school with me all the time. I don't know why, because I had no money in it. Once I lost it. It just vanished. I don't remember when I realized I had lost it, but it was gone. And I could not shut up about it. My school, by now turned to rubble I assume, used to have a gym on the top floor of the attached second building. Strange, right? It went special needs classes, library, and gym. This gym was always locked though, and people hadn't used it for gym class in years. Of course, because of its looming presence above us, the fact that it was an abandoned attic, and that no one would allow the kids to see inside it, we called it the haunted gym. I think my teacher used a visit to the haunted gym as a reward for us one time. Because months after I had lost my coin purse, we were allowed to walk through it as a class in a single file line. I'm up front behind the teacher, following closely behind when I see a head in the corner, a small yellow and black smiley face. I ran over to it, picked it up, and yeah, that was my coin purse. Somehow it had migrated to a locked and abandoned third floor gym. Even my friend recognized it. Despite the teacher wanting to show us that it wasn't haunted, half the class left that day thinking that there was no way it couldn't be haunted. It stole my purse. I'll never fucking understand it. Once on my birthday, I was in the kitchen and was reading some schedule on the fridge, when all of a sudden I heard the birthday song being whistled really nearby, like almost right behind me and very close to my right ear. I mindlessly began to hum along. Then it hit me. I was all alone at home and I had no fucking clue where, who, or what it came from even to this day. I ran out of my house and didn't come back, for the rest of the day. My friend and I were laying on a trampoline looking up at the sky, watching the birds fly. Then I swear I saw a flying bunny. I asked her if she saw it too and she did. It was probably a predator-type bird carrying a bunny, but for the longest time I swore it was a flying bunny. I went to the kitchen to grab an apple. I decided to slice it in the air, kind of like in Fruit Ninja. One half of the apple landed on the floor, the other just disappeared. I searched the entire kitchen and never found it. It's been like 7 years and I still haven't found it. If there had been an Area 51 raid, I'm sure they would have found my apple. When I was young, 6 to 8 not really sure, my parents had this apartment building they rent out near our house, and one of the tenants were a couple. The wife's parents were also our neighbors, and they lived a block away from us. I used to play with the wife's younger brother, and would hang out at the couple's apartment to play. It was around the couple's son's birthday, and I think it was his first, because I remember they were making a big deal about it, and talking about it for weeks. They were gonna hold it at the wife's parents' house, which wasn't that far from home, so I asked my parents if I could go. I remember them indirectly saying no, and I guess in a joking, teasing kind of way told me they were gonna serve ducks instead of chicken. I hated ducks as a kid. I remember clearly being really bummed out about it for days. A few days after the party, I was hanging out at the apartment, and they were gushing about the party pictures that just got developed, film ones, and I was like, I wish I was there. Then the wife was like, what do you mean? You were. Look, here you are. And showed me the pictures and I was there. I'm sure I'm not remembering it wrong because it has been bothering me all this time. I remember asking my aunt if I went, and she even said no, but my friend, the younger brother, told me I was there and we even played. I just don't remember attending that party at all. I actually asked my aunt about this recently, and she doesn't remember. It was just weird. Thanks for watching the video. Write your opinion about this story, and don't forget to subscribe for the next videos.